You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia. Green Top, located in Ashland, Virginia. Fishing Protect, located just outside Williamsburg, Virginia. LMD Enterprises, keeping your boat, truck, and equipment running at its absolute finest. Kevin Flint at Flint Financial Planning. Steady, thoughtful guidance that meets you where you are and supports what comes next. Max for Fishing. And Fit Lures.
That doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.
Good morning, everybody. Welcome back to Fishing DMV. I'm your host, Thomas Ahrens, and today, guys, we are in studio on location at Jake's Bait and Tackle. We have a heck of a show today for you. We're going to be talking about Upper Potomac, the Rappahannock. We're going to talk about the KBF National Championship, and we'll start it off with this interesting, alluring, and a little bit subjective team you have here, the Bent Carrot crew. So, John, I mean, what is Bent Carrot?
Bent Carrot started at the KBF National Championship.
I like how he's talking out like Steve Jobs, like debuting an iPhone.
Yeah, it started in Guntersville at the KBF National Championships. Andrew and Edwin were nice enough to invite me to stay with them at their bed and breakfast. And so we're watching TV, and every single commercial is for Peyronie's disease. You know what that is? I had to look it up.
Is it something that you can explain on the channel, or is that something we should just tell people to Google it?
How many followers are you willing to lose?
Guys, why don't you Google the disease real quick?
Google Peyronie's. So one of the famous lines in a commercial is, do you or your partner have a bent carrot? Which is, it's a logical question, right? So this commercial plays over and over and over again. We're there the whole week, right?
It was like every other commercial.
Yeah. And it's getting to the point where it's in your head. I started having nightmares. I was getting chased around by carrots. And so
Why were you having nightmares that specific?
Bent carrots, not regular straight carrots. But so, I mean, naturally we just became Team Bent Carrot. And it's currently 3 members.
Currently 3 members.
3 members. Andrew and Edwin and I have talked about initiation, what it would take to become a member of our team. And, we've discussed a boot camp.
The pledge.
Yeah, you have to make a pledge, a solemn pledge to the Bent Carrot. Sounds
like you're doing a casting couch.
Yeah. And we want the real ones. We don't want any posers. So 16-week boot camp, solemn pledge to the Bent Carrot, and you can become a member of our team.
And as you guys could see from the alluring thumbnail, it's probably on this video right now. If it didn't get demonetized, if it did, I will flash it up again on the screen here. So hopefully we get around the YouTube censorship here. And if you're listening on Apple Podcasts, it's not as bad as it is, but you can definitely use your imagination. But with that said, KBF National Championship, how did you guys meet? And also, you can grab that mic, pull it a little bit closer to your face, almost like you're making love to it. All right, so was this y'all's first KBF championship together when this team got formed, or have you guys went to a couple before you guys met and started this relationship?
It was my first.
Yeah. I've done this probably my 5th in 2025, and I think Edwin's
3rd.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
These guys are hammers. So I'd known these 2 hammers in NVKBA, best bass group, kayak group out there.
Yes, amen.
We met John because at the NVKBA Classic last year, Edwin was pulling his kayak off the trailer, and he had a really bad slip and went face first into the boat ramp. And I think it was
a full set of clothes.
Yeah, it was probably 48 degrees that morning, and he was just completely soaked head to toe. And John's like, I got a spare set of clothes.
Yeah, I just heard this bawoosh, and I pulled out my dry clothes from my guy Edwin.
Edwin, and this is going to be a part of it here too, and I'll try to not keep us actually in a straight line with this conversation. What are you running this year, kayak-wise?
Hobie 2019. I've had it for a while.
Yeah.
Do you have a motor?
I'm getting a motor today, hopefully.
So you are fishing the National Championship, and you are smoking it on the NVKBA trail with just calf power?
Oh, yeah. Just all calf power. I mean, we're averaging, 10, 12 miles a day?
At least, yeah.
how do you prep for that? I mean, are you like a biker and like a onesie and you eat the potassium tablets and everything?
Workout is in the week, weekends for my legs. It's all it is.
How do you are so consistent with such limitations, and this is such a weird like Netflix, like how have you been able to do it when you are handicapped compared to everybody else that has a motor?
I think the motor, it gives people too much. They start going further and further and further.
Mm-hmm.
It is kind of nice to limit myself to as far as I can go, because I really have to pick areas up. You know, if I go 3 miles up and 3 miles back, that's an hour and a half of me wasting time.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to like make my decisions count. You know,
that makes sense. I mean, you just don't have those voices, because I think John Cox talked about that too when he went to the aluminum boat and not having scope. Like for the longest time, he wouldn't have scope. It's just like, I don't have any other options. Like this is all I can do, and when it plays, it plays.
I mean, the same with me with no scope. It's like I go shallow and I get as shallow as I can and try finding them. You know.
So how does it segue to Guntersville with what you guys did there? Because that is not like a lot of the ponds up here, right, John?
Yeah, I would have been screwed without a motor, because my 3 spots that I narrowed it down to, my primary spots were a bit of ways, and if one wasn't working, I bounced to the other. I put some miles on my boat, but to piggyback on what Edwin was saying, we all fished together last day, and even though Andrew and I may have beaten him to where we were going, Edwin has the innate ability to go in and kind of like Trey McKinney, he's going to find the spot on the spot, break down the water, and do his deal. Absolute hammer.
And we ran straight across Lake Guntersville.
Yeah.
I mean, the area we wanted to fish, there's no launch on that side of the lake, so we launched on the west side of the lake and then fished a cove on the east side of the lake.
How did you find a spot on that with a kayak when you're not a local? You're not a guy that's fished down there with a bass boat.
This is the research guy.
Oh, okay.
He
Yeah,
breaks
I'm
things down so crazy.
Yeah, I do a lot of research.
How?
I use Google Earth, Garmin Maps, Navionics. I do a lot of research just online, reading, and I talk to a lot of people.
And you're able to take that massive lake and you narrowed it down to just those couple of spots, or was this trial and error as well?
I mean, it's all trial and error.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's true.
Like,
That's fair.
I mean, even when somebody gives up a good producing spot, there's no guarantee the fish are going to be there when we get there.
How much do they move on Guntersville compared to other lakes? Are they very transient, or are they kind of just it's spots?
If you can find them, like if they're on a point.
Yeah, they're
on that
thick.
point.
Yeah.
Really? Okay.
And like
Yeah.
you can sit there all day catching them.
Yeah.
It's magical down there.
Yeah, my number 1 spot, 4 days straight, money. There was never any slow times. They'd repopulate. It's not like it would get blown out or anything.
Mm-hmm.
So, a funny story about that too. My number 1 spot, I had pre-fished for 2 solid weeks. I went down earlier. My dad lives down near there. And I'd fished probably 10 boat ramps. I researched my buns off and finally found my little pocket where I was just laying into them. And I thought I was so smart for finding this area, and somebody let me know that that's where Kevin Van Dam had won like multiple tournaments, like exactly where I was. Was it you guys that told me that? But I
Yeah,
thought, I found
think-
this perfect spot. No, I didn't find anything. I just stumbled upon what, probably the best bass angler in world history had found probably 15 years before me. So
How important is it to travel with somebody and just developing your own group to go with? Because I bet there are people that try to just do it alone, but it's got to be an advantage to have a group to go with.
Me and him have completely different fishing styles.
Yeah.
It is really nice to pop on a lake, split up, don't talk to each other for 8 hours, and then assess what either of us were doing wrong or right.
Yeah, what worked, what didn't,
Yeah.
and
And it really helps.
How does he fit into it?
I think, John, we
comic
definitely
relief.
Yeah.
I don't.
We definitely had a lot
third
of
wheel.
conversations after Guntersville where we all sat down and were just like talking shop for. It was actually a problem. We wouldn't. It would be like everyone was like, okay, oh yeah, we have to be up in a few hours.
Yeah, and we're all bait nerds
Oh, yeah.
times 10. So our discussions about
We're just
baits.
giving each other
We
baits
spent as
all
much time
day.
rigging and going over baits as we did fishing out there.
Yeah.
And this guy put me on to all kinds of, like that gold shiner chatterbait.
Yeah, let's not talk about that.
You guys haven't, go see some of the episodes we did, like the kayak building. You can see his shop. It is insane, the amount of stuff that you've bought because of boredom and depression because of your shoulder surgery. It is very, very cool.
Yeah.
How did the tournament go for you? I don't think we've ever had you on here to talk about the KBF event.
Yeah. First day I thought I was something special. They had I forget if it was a Monday or Tuesday, whatever it was, but it was the biggest 3 bass, and it was a limited time period. And I went to this one flat, almost perfect circular flat, and I was just buzzing swim baits, chatterbaits, spinner baits over that, and just plucking them. And the biggest bass I caught down there, I didn't measure that day because I wanted to hold on to it for the tournament. And there were kayakers that were within view of me. I didn't want to put that on the board and submit it and then have them know I caught that there. But this was, I think it was a 25 and a half, 26-inch bass, monster bass. So I measured it in the water, didn't submit it, put it back in the water. This guy in the Old Town rolls up and he goes, "Dude, I just saw that. How big was it?" And I said, "You got to promise me you're not going to tell anybody." And so I showed him, but I wasn't able to catch that bass again. But what was the question? How'd I do? How'd I do? First day, I was in top 10. I finished right above or below Wyatt Hammond, who's probably nowadays the best kayak angler out there.
Mm-hmm.
And
Definitely on Guntersville, too.
oh yeah, the guy's
Like
absolutely
an
insane.
Incredible track history on Guntersville specifically.
Yeah, and check out Wham Fishing. It's WHAM Fishing, Wyatt Hammond. So when I told you this story, we go to the little after party each night after the tournament, and I was thinking, man, I just got top 10 KBF National Championships. So I'm talking to all these guys. I'm sitting right across from Fluke Master, and 5 or 6 other guys that fish Bassmaster Elite. They all have their own YouTube shows. Wyatt Hammond's the best bass angler and a kayak out there, and me. So we're all talking about what worked, what didn't, and blah, blah, blah. And Wyatt Hammond at one point goes, "Who are you again?" So he put me back in my spot.
I mean, that guy probably meets thousands of people a day.
Oh, yeah. So day 2 and 3, I held on. The last day of the tournament, Lake Guntersville tsunami hit, whitecaps, struggled until way past noon. Finally, sat there and tried to figure things out. Went past a bridge where it was like a natural break wall. The bridge was a break wall from all the whitecaps and everything. So I went back under the bridge where it was calm, and I caught 16 bass in an hour. And nothing over like 15 or 16.
What
but
made
that
you do
saved
that?
me. What made me do it?
Yeah.
You got to think like a bass. So if I don't want to be out there in that rough current and that rough water, neither do these bass. So where are they going to go?
But you
So that's
listen to
where I
that
went.
voice, though. Like, we all have voices when we fish, or it's just me and I got to get medicated again. But
Yeah.
the point is, you listen to one and you pick which one to listen to. And sometimes it leads you correct and sometimes it's astray.
Yeah. Usually the voices in my head don't give me good.
Ignore the voices.
They don't give me good advice. But when you're fishing, I mean, if you're struggling, you just got to sit there for a few minutes and think, why isn't this working, and where will it be working, given current conditions? And it took me till noon to figure that out. But as soon as I woke up and realized where the bass would be, there was another guy back there, I think from Tennessee or Ohio. But I went back there, and the two of us were it was every cast we were reeling him in.
We are looking for a couple more sponsors to come on board to help out Fishing the DMV pay the bills. If you would like to see your business grow, think about sponsoring Fishing the DMV. We are the #1 fishing and outdoor show in the Mid-Atlantic area, and we are continually growing, getting bigger and bigger every year. Thank you so much.
For nearly 80 years, Green Top has been more than a store. It's been a cornerstone of the outdoor community. Experience the tradition is not just a slogan. It stands for our deep roots, our dedication to service, and our shared passion for the outdoors. At Green Top, we help you live the traditions that define your outdoor lifestyle. Our team loves to hunt, fish, and embrace the outdoors. So our advice comes from real experience. When you come to Green Top, you join a legacy built on trust, knowledge, and community. Experience the Tradition is your invitation to be a part of something bigger. It's about carrying forward the values, skills, and stories that make the outdoor lifestyle so special. At Green Top, tradition is more than history. It's an experience we live and share every day.
I want to give a quick shout out to Max 4 Fishing. If you're a river angler, creek fisherman, or someone who loves chasing smallmouth and bass on finesse gear, you need to check them out. Max 4 Fishing offers a full lineup of soft plastics, tungsten jig heads, hooks, weights, hard baits, rods, and apparel, built for anglers who like to fish small, fish smart, and catch big fish. Whether you're throwing a Ned rig, drop shot, swim bait, Larry, the Max Crawl, a stonefly, or even an earwig, Max 4 has some of the most realistic baits on the market. Ton of options that fit perfectly for our local DMV waterways. So head on over to max4fishing.com, link in the episode description. And if you are watching on YouTube, you can use the QR code that's right here on the screen right now. Tell them Tom from Fishing the DMV sent you. This episode of Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Kevin Flint and Flint Financial Planning. Kevin Flint helps families, business owners, and professionals get organized, make smarter financial decisions, and build a personalized plan for your future. Kevin is a certified financial planner with a background in banking, education, and community leadership. After more than a decade in corporate banking, Kevin shifted into financial planning to build a deeper relationship and do more meaningful work with families who want practical, personalized financial guidance built around real life. Whether you're planning for retirement, investing for the future, running a small business, starting a guide service, managing tournament winnings, or simply trying to take better care of your family, Flint Financial Planning can help you build a smarter financial game plan. For more information, visit www.flintfinancialplanning.com, link in the episode description, or if you're watching on YouTube, check out the QR code that's on the screen now. Tell them Thomas from Fishing the DMV sent you. All right, guys, I wanted to give a quick shout out to our newest sponsor, Fishing Pro Tech. They are located outside of Williamsburg, Virginia, in Tuano, Virginia. If you're a serious angler, and I'm talking about a serious bass angler, you have got to go check out this shop. They have one of the greatest collections of JDM tackle on the planet. I'm talking Megabass, Depths, IMA, OSP. They got it all. And these are the baits that you're seeing on TV winning all those big tournaments. So if I were you, I would go down there and check it out, pick up the bait that's going to win your next tournament. I'll put a link in the episode description to their Facebook, phone number, and address. Tell them I sent you. If you're serious about keeping your boat, truck, or equipment running at its absolute best, you need to check out LMD Enterprises. They're a wholesale distributor of premium lubricants and filtration for everything from automotive to marine. But more importantly, they help you reduce your total operational cost. It means better fuel efficiency, less downtime, fewer breakdowns, and a longer engine life. Whether you're running a bass boat, towing your rig across multiple state lines, or just trying to get the most out of your equipment, this stuff really matters. They carry a full lineup of high-performance products from marine engine oils, two-stroke outboard oils, to diesel oils, fuel additives, transmission fluids, and water-resistant grease built for harsh conditions. But what really separates LMD Enterprises is the service. They offer consultation, oil analysis, and custom maintenance planning. You're making decisions based on real data. That means you can track wear, extend engine life, and even increase resale value when it's time to upgrade. If you want your equipment to last longer, perform better, and save you money, this is a no-brainer. Check them out at lmdoil.com. If you're on YouTube, hit the QR code up above. The link is in the episode description. Tell them Fishing the DMV sent you. I want to give a huge shout out to Fit Lures and their brand new bait design, the VIG. The VIG is what happens when two great baits collide. It's a 2.6-inch tube-inspired bait designed to add unique multi-directional action that the fish haven't seen before. You can rig the VIG on a Ned head, or you can add it as a trailer to your favorite swim jig or chatterbait to give a look that pressured fish just haven't seen before. And whether you're targeting smallmouth in the Susquehanna River, dragging bottom in a reservoir, or you just need a couple more bites to win that tournament, the VIG gives you the action and the profile that will trigger more strikes. Go check out the VIG at Fit Lures today. There'll be a link in the episode description, and if you're watching on YouTube, there'll be a QR code on the screen right now. Go check them out and tell them Fishing the DMV sent you.
There's an insane amount of boat traffic on that lake too.
Yeah.
That's always
Comparable to
something
Lake
consider.
Anna for people around in this area, just that know Lake Anna.
Far worse.
Really?
More
Yeah.
aggressive just because like it's bass boats and they're
Yeah.
getting up shallow. But
Wow.
you can get way shallower than they could ever get. So it's like you can get away from them.
Was that part of your strategy?
Absolutely. It's always part of my strategy. Like I'm never gonna hit the point that the boats can touch. Just because like you're gonna have 20 boats pass by hitting that same point. You got to get as far up as you can where they're going to get stuck.
What was your tournament like then?
I don't think I did too bad. I think I got in like 30, 40s around there. Most days, I was catching them good on the chatterbait. I just wasn't catching the right fish. You know, like I was catching smaller fish.
And you caught a bunch of good ones on the first 2 days.
Yeah.
The format it's kind of weird. The tournament is 3 days. The first 2 days, they take the cumulative total and then they break it down, and only the top 100 people fish on the third day, and that's the only score that counts is your third day score. So
it's a 2-day tournament. Wait, no, it's a 2-day tournament, and then it's like an elimination round to get to the third day.
yeah,
3.
so
Okay.
the top
Which is the
100
top
fish the
100,
third day,
Gotcha.
but the scores from the first 2 days are irrelevant on the third day.
Okay, so they just reset the board.
It just resets completely. Yeah.
How big is the star power with this thing? Because like even John said it, and guys, if you've seen the photos of him at ICAST, like with the elites, we get it, but with kayaking, I don't think that's really expressed from, especially like a person like you. That was their first time. Like, is the field extremely stacked all the way through? Is it really top heavy? I mean, what was it like the vibe of being there at the ceremony?
It's kind of stacked all the way through. Like, not necessarily people you've ever heard of, but I mean, everybody there can fish.
Yeah, I'd
Or
say it's
most.
all hammers, but there's 20 people you recognize from TV.
Yeah.
Okay,
But
gotcha.
everyone that's down there, if you're going to spend the time, effort, and money and be able to qualify for that, there's nobody down there that sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
I mean, you could probably sit at a tackle shop down there too and meet every YouTube. You know, like
Really?
it's crazy down there.
Yeah, we run into pros, like all sorts of pros at GTO down there. Specifically the one at Waterfront, which I highly recommend. It's probably one of the best tackle shops in America.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's...
The owner always remembers your name, even though we're only there like once a year.
Yeah, it's wild.
They got a good sandwich shop in there, too, with
Yeah,
a good
the-
cook.
That cook was real good.
Yeah.
She worked a
Yeah.
lot.
Can I tell another story?
Go for it.
This is going to get you kicked off YouTube. 4 a.m, GTO Waterfront. And I just go in and get a breakfast sandwich and I think some trailers. I'm a little low on trailers for my chatterbait. So I go in there and order, typical breakfast sandwich. And there's a lady in there. She's probably no less than 97 years old. So I'm half asleep standing there, and all of a sudden she turns around and looks straight at me and she goes, 69? And I go, what? She goes, that's your number, 69. I was like, oh.
John thought she was offering.
I was the only one in the store. I was number 69.
His charisma knows no age limit.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom. Sorry.
Where's
not-
it going to be held next year? Same place every year, or does it rotate?
It's been the same place the last few years. I think Chad's trying to branch out again after this year. And the tournament, you can technically fish Guntersville or Wheeler. So it's not limited to just Lake Guntersville.
Does everyone fish Guntersville pretty much, or do they actually fish Wheeler as well?
There's always a couple people that go up to Wheeler.
Yeah,
But
it's
I think most of the luck's on Guntersville for the tournament at least.
yeah. I've never gotten the impression that Wheeler was going to be a factor in it, but you definitely could catch a winning bag on Wheeler. The lakes are huge.
Yeah.
So, I mean, from the dam at Wheeler to the dam at Nickajack, which is the end of Lake Guntersville, is probably like 120 miles.
Holy wow.
It's like a state.
It's, yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah, because that was the first thing I realized the first time we went down there is I'm looking at the map and I'm finding launches, and, you zoom in and out on the map, you think you get a grasp of what the scale
Yeah.
that you're looking
Yeah,
at
you're
is.
like, that launch, it's only a mile up. And
Then you
look
go
at it,
and
it's
pop the
like,
directions into GPS, and it's like a 40-mile drive.
With that said, when you're looking at lakes that big, how much of it is just getting a place to yourself for a kayak launch? Or is it more of like you're going to be bunched up like you would like in Florida kind of deal? Is it more about being sneaky or about just fishing the crowd?
How many guys were at your guys' launch every
I
day?
think we
One
hung out, we
other
hung out
guy?
on a creek, and we were the only people.
Really?
Wow.
Time. There was 1 or 2 boats throughout the day.
We were way
but
up
we
lake,
were in
though.
yeah, we were up in a creek.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I had about,
If you're on the lower side, you're definitely going to see.
Yeah.
a lot of
Yeah.
people.
I mean, we were north of Scottsboro, which is kind of most of the
Almost,
people's
yeah.
fish Scottsboro or below.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had 7 or 8 guys, but an interesting fact, there's an old timer there that's fished multiple KBF championships. And the second to last day, I really did good, and it's the same guy that saw me catch the monster on day 1. And he told me at the end of that day, he goes, "Hey, we're not coming back here tomorrow. You got to find a new launch." I said, "What are you talking about?" So I was doing pretty good there. He goes, "Oh, barometric pressure is going to be way off tomorrow, and this is going to be that, and that's going to be that. So therefore," he goes, "our areas aren't going to work tomorrow." And I thought, this guy's absolutely insane. And that's the day I struggled until past noon, and he went somewhere else. So
I
yeah.
like how John's
You
like,
always
this
gotta listen.
This guy's
You gotta
using
listen.
math and weather. It's like, what is this taboo shit?
Yeah, barometric pressure. What?
Stop making up words.
How do you even spell that?
So, yeah, I mean, KBF Championship. What have we covered everything with that? Oh, Bent Carrot. You want to promote your stickers?
Yeah, stickers are
And your
not out
merch?
yet, but we did order a supple amount. However, you got to earn that sticker. It's not like I'm not even gonna give you one until you get through boot camp.
That's fair.
You want to be a member of this prestigious club, you got to earn it, buddy. Even you.
Guys, I'll put link to Bent Carrot's website page. It is for 18 and up. Just fair warning.
Yeah.
Let's get into some kayak fishing stuff because we got the Rappahannock and we got the Upper Potomac River here. So, I mean, let's start off with the Rapp, just going kind of in order. That is a very interesting river system. John, I know you have a love-hate relationship with it. It doesn't get the love in our area. But
I love it.
Oh,
I love the
didn't
Rapp.
you get stuck on a tree or something?
I beached the first year I fished it, but fishing-wise, I love the Rapp.
Really? Why?
That's one of my favorite tournaments.
That place is so healthy.
Yeah, it's healthy.
There's so much stuff in it.
Really?
It's stained water, so you can fool the bass easier. And I'll be flat out honest with you. I'm either using chartreuse yellow or just straight black. And I don't even bring anything else.
It's a shallow water playground.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
If you like shallow water, you're gonna have fun.
Yeah, I love it.
When you went into this event, what were your thoughts going into it about how the weather conditions were going to set up and what it would take to be successful?
I was just trying to have fun.
There we go.
I
Just like a
absolutely-
professional pitcher, man. So
My-
I just went
my-
out there to pitch.
My first,
Why don't you grab the mic and pull it right in there real hard?
my first.
Pull. There you go.
time-
Yeah, there
my
it goes
first time at the Rapp. I think the weekend before was the first place or the first time I actually fished it.
That's impressive.
So I didn't expect anything.
How'd you pick a place to go?
Andrew had a good idea on a lead, and he went up one creek. I went up the other creek.
And we found some really good stuff in pre-fishing that had 0 cell service within 20 miles of it, which I kind of would have rather have fished that area,
Yeah.
but
I mean,
And that was
we ended
way-
up where I don't think me and him moved more than like half a mile.
How did you figure, like with the bite there, was it something that was hot and heavy through the day, or did you have to wait for the tide to get right?
For me, it was just absolutely all day.
Really?
I could not stop it. It
Huh.
was just one of those things. I caught a snapping turtle, a snakehead, 4 or 5 perch, like 10, 15 bass. It was.
that's
it
right.
was-
Yeah, he was catching jumbo yellow perch on this 5/16 ounce
Yeah.
swim bait.
I
or
wonder
swim
why.
jig.
Why were the perch in there? That's interesting.
The perch were in the creek.
Interesting.
So I went all the way into the creek and was catching perch with a chatterbait.
Okay.
And I was like, where are the bass in here? And I just went to the mouth of the creek, popped on the point, and just started dragging a jig. And it was just one after the other, like all day.
I found that spot last year when I fished the Rapp, and I did pretty well. I got second in that for the MVKBA. So it was kind of a fallback spot. We had done pre-fishing and
Went to,
fished.
like 5 or 6 different spots.
Yeah, and we didn't find anything except snakeheads and giant perch.
Yeah.
You know, with a few bass mixed in, but not anything really worthwhile except for the one creek that was way down, kind of in a saltier area.
There's 0 signal.
Yeah, 0 cell signal. I don't have Starlink or anything, so we just kind of wrote that one off.
So
So
that was probably the spot we would have went
Yeah.
to first to.
and my bite,
Oh,
my whole plan totally blew up in my face that day. So I ended up having to run off.
What
to
do you
the
mean?
Well, so this guy was by 8 a.m. or whatever had a limit of 17 plus inch fish. I had, I think, 2 fish on the board for 35 or something. And my plan was to go as far up creek as I could, which, is probably fishing 10 to 15, 16 inches of water.
Which sucked because there was a boat tournament coming out of there, and
They started earlier than us.
Someone shot into his creek.
Yeah, a bass boat went up my creek
While we sat there and waited
for
the
lines
tournament
in.
to start.
Yeah. So yeah, I caught one like an 18 and change, and then like a 15 and a half, and couldn't get a bite after that. So I went out to the main river and started just throwing a spinner bait and managed to luck up.
I just see Andrew pull out the creek, and he's like, "How you doing?" And I'm like, "Pretty good." He's like, "You're in first." I'm like, "Oh, really?" I haven't even checked yet.
Not only is the guy in first.
I'm doing good right now. Everyone's got to be killing it.
Yeah, not only is he in first, but he's in first with, like 5 inches more than it's ever taken to win the tournament. He's like almost at 90 inches. I'm like,
probably
dude,
missed like a good 5 or 6, like 4 or 5 pound bass too.
90 is an interesting number when it comes to kayak terms. At least around here, I feel like you get a vibe for like, if you catch like 85 plus, you can probably think, I might be near top 10. Yeah. 90 is an interesting holy grail. They're like, okay, this is a thing.
My goal is always 90.
And you never had a thought that day, like, okay, I got this? Like, I'm in the, really?
Not, I personally don't like checking
the
boards because I think it's a head game. I really do think that, like, if I'm sitting there, I haven't caught 5 fish, or, like there's something going on, it's adding more pressure to me. If I'm just out there and I'm like, I figure out where they are, I'm figuring out how to catch them, I'm looking at the clock every hour, I'll be good.
This guy loves to look at the leaderboard, don't you?
Yeah, it's a curse though. I've kind of tried to keep myself from checking it until I check it, and then Mike shuts the board off, and then it's panic time. No matter how you're doing, when that board goes off, it's panic time.
All change.
Yeah. I'm sure he loves doing that, messing with our heads like that.
What is the top advice that you would give for someone that wants to fish the Rappahannock?
Get up super shallow. Limit your tackle. Don't go out there with 15 rods. Go out there with 3-4 rods, and you'll find them.
Is it different than in the James and the Potomac, or is it fish similar?
Me and him do a lot of Potomac fishing, and it's been really nice to go from title to title to title for us because we just enjoy that type of water. So it's been real. A 5/16 black swim jig has just been working, this year for me.
Interesting. John, you got any questions?
For these two?
Yeah.
Nope. I know everything there is to know about these two.
Upper Potomac. Missed it this year. I was a little disappointed when I looked at the stats for it because the last couple of years it's been putting out pretty good. Of course, it was the dog days of July. When you guys went in there for the Upper Potomac, where was your head at? Because, again, like last year, kind of around the same time, conditions were a little different, but...
Oh, the water was completely different.
Yeah. Really different.
So I think the water last year, it was crystal clear.
Yeah, it was like 2.6.
Really?
Think.
Yeah, and it was just like it was just high enough for you to get stuck in grass, but like still be able to slide through it. This year was like a foot higher, and it just did not fish the same. I couldn't find them in the grass. I think if you could find fish, like it was hard to stay on them. You know? For me at least.
And when we pre-fished the week before the tournament,
it was a foot higher than that.
Yeah, it was like 1.2 feet higher than it was during the tournament last year. But I think we caught 6 fish between the two of us, maybe 7, and nothing above like 16 inches.
That's the thing. Couldn't catch anything big there.
No, and there were a lot of catfish in the areas that we were doing well.
Where y'all were?
Year.
How was the grass? Cause
where
I was,
yeah,
really?
There's a lot of eel grass.
Like there was a little bit of tin in the water.
Huh.
I thought it was going to be great.
I mean, it's a ton of eel grass with a little bit of hydrilla mixed in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
So my area last year I did real well in the Potomac tournament. This year, in pre-fishing I did good, but the grass just wasn't where it was the previous year. So I had to rely almost exclusively on structure and docks. And the guys that did really well were doing the same docks I was doing. They just beat me to it. But yeah, I had to rely on structure the whole day.
Were you talking about the title?
Yeah.
Oh, we're talking about the upper.
Yeah, but he's just trying to get involved.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
Because he didn't fish the Upper Potomac.
It's okay, Joe.
But not like, and that's the thing though.
Is
Is
the
like,
upper?
Yeah, it's the upper.
Edit that out.
it's like a sports announcer, and he goes to, and he's just talking about something completely different than like what just happened on the field of play.
Like Bob Euchre over here.
Oh, no, I'm just sitting here like, where do you have docks on the upper Potomac?
I thought you
I'm
just
like,
said Potomac because last year I did great, and this
Share.
year, yeah, it was just crap show.
Oh my God. But we'll get back to the title Potomac so you can get more involved in the conversation. But with
Okay,
the
just
upper-
edit what I said into that section.
Yeah, there you go.
with the smallmouth event, again, getting back to it, did you think it was going to be down in practice? Like when you look at the inches and stuff, what it can take to win there, if you look at what Shane Crawford can do.
Yeah, and that guy is always scary to fish against
Yeah.
because he's capable of pulling some incredible fish out of there. No, I already told Edwin the week before, after that horrible pre-fishing, I started looking at the AOI numbers for NVKBA, and I was thinking, well, maybe if I just stay registered for the tournament and then don't fish it, I'll get a 20-point deduction instead of, whatever my worst score is, and that'll help me with the AOI points.
He was gonna skip it.
Yeah, I was going to skip the tournament. And then, like, midway through the week, I was like, no, don't be a punk. Just go fish the tournament.
my God.
Whatever happens.
Not
and
only were you going to skip it, we have to shoot through this tunnel to get to our spot.
yeah, it's...
This guy at full speed, all his
Oh, I
rods
had all
up,
my rods.
Really?
up, yeah, the morning of the tournament.
and just all his rods.
I
up.
forgot to pull them down, and they're all scraping against the
I had
top
to
of this
shoot back
tunnel.
to help him get out of the tunnel.
Yeah, because I had to hold the rods
down.
bent down, and then. So yeah,
were
my
like,
my
yo, his
tournament
day
morning
is-
started
He's done.
horribly.
We started.
Great
we were
start.
Like, his day's gone. I
Yeah.
was like, okay, see you later, Andrew.
But when I decided to fish the tournament, I figured I was just gonna go for big fish. So I'd throw on like little 1/4 ounce finesse jig, like tube, something, stuff that typical smallmouth stuff. But this time I was like, I'm just gonna throw a giant 3/8 ounce spinnerbait, a big 3/8 ounce hefty jig with a giant craw trailer on it, and I think I brought a chatterbait rod that I could throw a swim jig on, and that's kind of been the thing. Is like what Edwin was saying earlier. It's like I'm really susceptible to analysis paralysis, so the less rods I bring, the better. I can stay focused. I can figure out exactly
Less options. Right?
yeah, and get dialed in.
We're just gonna fish more efficiently. Like,
Yeah.
you'll put that bait everywhere you need to be.
Yeah, and I was throwing a buzzbait early on. I tried that. I tried throwing a wake bait. I didn't get a bite on either. I mean, not even a follow, not a nip, nothing. Just like nothing. And I was starting to get really discouraged. Then at about 8:30, I rolled up to an area that we used to shore fish a long time, like 15 years ago. And there's a good eddy there with kind of some swift water coming through. And I just kind of threw a few casts up there, threw the spinnerbait, and then immediately was just like, boom. And it was like a good quality fish, like a 17-inch or so. And, I took the photo, submitted the fish, released it, immediately threw back up into another spot of the eddy. Same thing. Another, quality fish, 16.5, 17. And so then I started just trying to clean up what else was in the eddy. So I started pitching the jig in there, got a couple bites on the jig. I think I caught 2 on that. And then got around to the top side of the eddy because I was fishing out of a Pro Angler with a bow mount trolling motor. So
Oh
it
my
was already
God.
Which is
sketchy.
crazy on the.
That's
it's-
wild, sir.
You're basically...
he broke his trolling motor last year.
I busted the lower unit at the Upper Potomac last year. And...
Didn't learn his lesson.
So, yeah, you're basically like holding the rope so that thing's just barely skipping on the top of the water.
You're a masochist.
It was crazy, man. Like, there was a lot of close calls. And then so there's a little current seam on the bottom edge of the eddy, and threw a fluke in there, weightless fluke, and then caught a fifth fish. And then I think I got 2 more bites all day, and they were both small fish, like 14, 15 inch. So, I'm at the top of the leaderboard watching people catch up to me all day, and then like Mike shuts down the leaderboard, and I'm just anticipating Shane or Chun or who knows who. Like, there's,
I mean, last year I didn't turn any fish in.
Really?
I got off the water
no
an hour
service
early because I had no service. So I got off an hour early and stood there with like one LTE bar uploading my fish. I don't think anyone. I showed up, and I get a call.
like
from
Mike called
and
him,
he's like,
and
"Yo, are you coming?" I'm like, "I'm standing right behind you."
God bless Mike. And guys, if Mike texts you in his tournament to say where you are when it comes to war ceremony,
There's something good going on.
There's something good. He's not gonna troll you and be like, yeah, by the way, you suck.
He's not gonna be texting you for nothing.
Yeah. But the Starlink thing, getting Starlink, but also just having in your game plan when you fish these smaller rivers, like the cell service might be bad.
Yeah.
And you either can try your best to just try to upload them as you go, or what I did like the Shenandoah event is just know I'm going to be off the water an hour early. I do have Starlink and stuff. I'm just going to deal with it then and not stress about it and just fish as hard as you can. I like it, honestly. I like the strategy of like, cool, I can fish this stretch of the river, but also the pro and con of that is I got to make sure I can get the hell out of there as quick as possible, because a lot of times it limits it.
That's a good public service announcement for our group and other kayak angler groups. Like the Shenandoah is a perfect example earlier this year. You've got to allow yourself a lot of time to get back to the ramp and find service. From my ramp to where I downloaded my fish, I was probably 3 miles down the road, just like Edwin.
Uploaded your fish?
Yeah, holding my hand up in the air, trying to upload one at a time.
Yeah, we both had a limit during that tournament, but the last mile before our
just so shallow
takeout spot
over every single rock.
Yeah, I mean there was
we just walked
ledges that were
It's
under
exhausting.
6 inches of water last summer were now sticking 2 inches out of the water, and we had to literally drag the kayaks like a mile.
I think we were there, like we got off the water when probably the ceremonies were already done.
Yeah,
it took us a while.
we didn't get back to cell service until like an hour after the cutoff.
Yeah, shout out to Chun too, where I was. Not going to disclose a location, but Chun was a little ahead of me, and we're going up this one staircase, a pretty strong current and shelf, and so I go all the way around to the edge where it's the most calm to pull my kayak up. Chun's nuts. He's just like barreling up through the roughest part of the staircase and pulling his. He's got RVR, I think. Yeah. He's pulling his RVR up, and I hung out for a second because I thought, oh, this current's going to take Chun away. I got to go rescue him. But no, right up the staircase, and of course he's now 50 yards ahead of me going to the good juice.
I don't know how he does it. I mean, for a 70-year-old, he is a built Asian Spartan, because the way he can just, I watched him fish.
70.
He can like hop out real quick, like while on pad almost, drag it up a riffle, and then boom, he's back on and he goes. And he fishes so fast. It's insane. I mean, he doesn't own a Ned rig or a tube. Let's just be real there. So not only is he able to do that physically, but then he's fishing that fast for 8 hours straight, constantly hitting new water.
I think that's kind of like the best. You know, like if I don't have to slow down, I will not slow down.
I think it's a Taekwondo.
In his late 50s.
Now, yeah, you'll correct me in the comment chat. I know you will, Boo. I love you. He gave me his Torpedo too because he said it was too slow. I've been using his old one.
Dude, nice.
I had the 180 HD, and he blew my doors off.
His setup is amazing.
Have you seen Mark Corley's new setup?
No,
I've heard.
He's got
I talked to Mark.
Osprey 14-footer with a NK300.
Good Lord.
That thing, I think, can get through.
It can scoot
like an inch of water.
I really want one of those.
Mark's a good
someday.
dude.
Yeah, Mark's a good dude.
I know you have a love-hate relationship with the inflatables. I think the Osprey and maybe another brand will come out with one that's a little bit more durable, because the concept makes sense where it's very, unlike the RVR and other plastic style river kayaks, it's really good for standing. And at least for me, there's so many times of year where it is so nice to stand and see the holes. It becomes more like trout fishing, especially in summertime, where you want to make sure you can see the holes and everything. And those RVRs, man, maybe it's because of like how wide my chest is. I just don't feel comfortable standing all day and flipping and stuff.
Is the RVR the one that has a skeg? Is what, like a deployable skeg on
Yeah.
it?
Yeah.
RVR
that's
does,
nice.
yep.
That's a really nice feature.
The two best boats for Shenandoah Upper Pot is probably the Shoaly and the RVR. I got the Shoaly. I'm going to go the RVR.
I think, yeah, again, taste of life there. I saw some, but I forget who it was I passed. I'll put your name up here when I remember, but you were in like a floating air mattress when I was fishing that tournament. And how fast you were scooting down there on that inflatable was amazing. And you were paddling too, if I'm remembering correctly. But yeah, it's... I want to experiment with it, because I know, again, your thoughts on it too. Don't buy them, burn them, but I think there's an application for it compared to that big brute you're going to buy next year, that 15-foot kayak that came out, the 140 XR 32 iPhone 17.
Yeah, Bonafide's coming out with their 14-foot version.
It's massive.
Yeah, but the whole design on it, though, you can actually go faster in that than the previous year's version, which is a foot shorter.
How does that work besides science?
Whole design. I can get into the science, but I don't want to lose even more listeners. But the new version of the Bonafide is going to be money. I don't know if I'm going to get it in time and be able to rig it for the kayak show. Plus, I'll probably be one of the guys working the event this year, so I'm probably not going to enter my kayaks. So first place is up for grabs. But if I get that sucker and get it rigged in time, I'll at least put it out to show it.
Well,
it's impressive.
Sell us on ICAST, because we actually haven't had a chance to talk about that at all.
Yeah, so this year was my first year. I went down with Jared and Jenny. They were gracious enough to invite me down. So the whole premise of it is primarily Jenny's going down there to meet the distributors, the bait makers, rub elbows with the big wigs in the industry to order all the baits that she orders for Jake's. Mm-hmm. And shout out to Jenny. She does an amazing job. I was there to fanboy all the Bassmaster Elite pros and did interviews with a bunch of them. Got to meet some amazing people. First guy I met on day one as we're entering the building. I grew up, I'm older than you guys. I grew up watching Rick Clunn. He was the 1988 Angler of the Year for Bassmasters. And
you said 88? Wasn't
yeah.
even born yet.
Yeah, jeez, Edwin wasn't even born. But yeah, I bumped into Rick Clunn, told him, how he's a hero of mine growing up, and got to talk to him at length. And that was at the escalator going into the building. Blew my mind. So we go in, Jared and I, we go down the escalator to enter the showcase room, and Trey McKinney's standing there just by himself. And so Jared and I walked up to him, and I said, "Hey, can I do an interview?" And solid dude. I think he's like 20 years old. And we talked for probably half an hour before the interview, half an hour afterwards. And these Bassmaster guys, we see them on TV and everything. They're just like you and me in person. Very, very personable. So I got to talk to Dustin Connell quite a bit. Talked to, what's his name? Carl Jacobson. And that new Rapala Strida bait's coming out that he worked on. That's going to be money.
Is that the Australian guy?
He's Australian.
Carl.
During the interview, I asked him if I detected a New Jersey accent.
Oh, yeah,
and he laughed. Yeah. Full well knowing he's Australian, but I insulted him by accusing him of being from the horrible state of New Jersey.
Well, that is a fair.
Yeah, but he thought it was funny. Who else did I get to meet? John Cruz of Missile Baits, absolute phenomenal guy, super cool.
So this is a bait show, or is this just for you to go meet celebrities?
Well, for me, selfishly, I just went and fanboyed all the pros. Mike Iaconelli, he is cooler in person than he is on TV. He came up to me, we're talking, and just like you and I talk. Mm-hmm. And super cool guy.
John got him to do a
yeah
promo video for NVKBA too.
Yeah, we were BSing. I said, "Hey, he's a kayak angler like us. I said, hey, can you do a promo video for NVKBA? And he's like, yeah, sure, let's go. And so one of the highlights, as you know, I've been talking to you a lot about it. I got to meet Christine Fisher. She was number one on my list of people to meet down there. Amazing, the best female angler in the world, in my opinion. Talked to her a bunch, and Bait Barbie, and G, who's Christine's husband. But Christine was so cool. My mom is a smallmouth hammer. My family's from Thousand Islands, so we grew up around bass fishing. And my mom's 85. She'd put all of us at this table to shame bass fishing. She's an absolute hammer. So I asked Christine, I said, hey, can you shoot a video for my mom? Because my mom follows Christine. I said, hey, can you shoot a video for my mom? Just say hi or whatever. And she was real gracious about it. Shot like a 20-second video telling my mom hi. Hope they get to fish together, stuff like that. So, and last, not to nerd out even more, I was over at Buka Baits, and I'm standing there next to this big dude checking out the Buka Baits, and I'm pointing out all the ones I have, all the ones I want. This guy's asking me if I like the baits, and I'm like, oh yeah, I like this one. I cut up one, this on that, and I like this one. And I turn and I'm talking to Mike Buka from Buka Baits, like the man.
Buka's a cool guy.
Mike Buka, solid dude. It was so nice. But if you ever get a chance to go to ICAST, I know it's closed off to like just purchasers, bait shop owners, things.
If you ever become one of the anointed ones, you should go.
Yeah, but I tell you, it was a once in a lifetime thing. I had an amazing time.
So now that we know about every celebrity you met, let's pivot to the baits. That there's a reason for the ICAST. What was your first big impression? If you had to write down 2 words to describe what you saw there. Yeah,
what I noticed. First and foremost about the urchin baits. Was
that the big thing? Urchins?
Everyone thought it was going to be. I'd say there was maybe 10 newer urchin baits that I was unaware of. But what sticks out in my mind, G-Rat came on strong with their version of an urchin bait. But more importantly, what I wanted to see down there was rigs that you and I could buy in a store to make these things easy to rig, and G-Rat stole the show with that. So they have an actual kit that you can buy, an all-inclusive kit that you can buy to rig an urchin bait, big or small. Shimano, never been a big Shimano bait guy, but their showcase was very impressive. They got some new baits coming out. They're going to be absolute crushers.
Really?
And Rapala, I say that wrong. I said it right one of those times, but Rapala, they've got a lot of new stuff coming out. And the other thing that sticks out, so they bought out 13 Fishing, and I was talking to Dustin Connell, and they totally revamped their rods and reels. And never been a big fan of 13 Fishing, but their new rods and reels are going to be solid. They're going to be good, impressive.
What about kayaks?
Kayaks.
Meh.
Yeah, I missed day one. I wanted to go to day one so I could ride these bad boys on the water, but the jet kayak, I got to saw that, the Flux Jet. It's pretty cool. Still not sure if it's going to be made for what we do.
Didn't Jeff Little have a battery too or something like that on Best?
Yeah, Jeff Little's set up a Evolution. Was it Evolution?
K-Light.
Yeah.
I think K-Light 750.
Those 2 motors that he's working on with that company are going to be game changers. The smaller one where the battery's included in the motor, and their bigger version on their bigger bona fide boats, they were reaching 7, 8, 9, 10 miles an hour. So that's going to put some heat on the current kayak motor companies to get their motors a little bit. I've got the 300 mine boogies, but that bigger version
that you do the little double tap and it gives you 500 watts or 700 watts of power. So if you got to bust up like a Rapid or something.
Yeah, there's the one guy on the one bona fide boat that was hitting 10 miles an hour, and that bigger motor that they have coming out is going to be a game changer. And I think it's coming out beginning of 2027.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah, because to me, it's like it felt like the innovation was lacking this year. I don't know, like when I watched all the feed and all the videos you guys were sending in, it was just like there were some cool things, but it wasn't like blowing my socks off with so many different kind of things. It was just buying a phone that had a different case color. It felt like, especially with the urchin bait thing, but that wasn't as big, like you said, as I thought it would be.
Yeah.
Was there any just random things you saw there, like, oh, that's kind of neat? Like maybe it's not necessarily a bait.
Yeah, there were more hooks that were more conducive to, like single hooks, that were conducive to fishing and urchin bait. A lot of cool things that are going to be released. I'm trying to think.
Sinking Z-Man Senkos.
Yeah, I got to
interesting.
check those bad boys out. Those are going to be game changers.
That's gonna be huge.
Yeah, those are
For
going to be
elastic
big.
too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
sinking elastic baits.
That's
Yeah.
that's going to be a
Yeah.
game changer for
Yep.
everything.
Yeah, and then I don't know if Jenny wants me talking yet or not, but there's some really impressive stuff that we saw there that she assured me we're going to get in the shop here,
Really?
and Jake's is going to have some good stuff coming.
Mm.
Glide baits,
Ooh.
wake baits, yeah, some good stuff. Some flipping baits. Not anything like mind blowing, but improving products that have been improved that are already out there that I think are going to be real good for kayak anglers and bass boat guys.
Guys, closing thoughts. What's going on for the rest of the year for you guys? What tournaments you have?
What are we doing, Bugs?
Yeah, we're going to pre-fish for Virginia Bass Nation State Championship at Bugs this weekend, and we'll be fishing that event
Next weekend.
the 8th and 9th of August, and then
Got 5 lakes after that.
yeah, doing the MVKBA 5 Lakes, then the MVKBA Classic, and also the memorial event for Rick
That's true.
on
Yeah.
Lake Anna, August 29th, I believe. Everybody should sign up, even if you're not going to fish it. You know, the money goes
is
to
a
a good
charity
cause.
event,
It's, I think they're going to be putting kids in kayaks and getting them on the water, so that's always a good thing.
Awesome stuff.
And then I think we're going to finish the season out back at Guntersville for the KBF.
That's going to be really good.
It's
qualified at the beginning of the year. We decided to fish January, February, March.
Guys, I mean, it's August and there's still a lot of fishing left. And, I mean,
Yeah.
and hopefully you can chase down AOI maybe, knock on wood.
I think this guy might be closer
Oh.
than I am.
Yeah, I think right now it's like me, Craig Wheeler, and Nathan Updike.
Okay, Nathan's going to be... Oof.
Well, so I do all the stats, and so Craig's has missed one event, and he's at 898, and then me and Nathan, or Nathan and I, if you subtract our lowest scoring event, we're both tied with him at 898.
Really?
But then we have Frank Bogdan coming out of left field. He's only fished 4 events as well, and he's at 900, so he's 2 points ahead. So currently, he effectively is leading the AOI race, but kind of sneaky because he's, you know, currently in like 10th or 11th. But once you do the removal of the
subtraction
lower,
after.
Yeah.
It's got to be nerve wracking when you're
Yeah.
going for Angler of the Year against Nathan Updike and Frank Bogdan.
Frank,
Yeah.
I think it was you I saw on that floating air mattress. I thought you had the inflatable. Frank, let me know in the comment section down below if that was you that passed, because you were on a great buzzbait bite, I think.
Didn't you have a buddy you were fishing with who had a popped inflatable last year on the show?
Yeah, do you know anybody like that, John?
Is
I know somebody that bit it in the rapids and darn near
I almost
killed
died.
himself.
Yeah, that was also a part of it too. I didn't fight a catfish though that popped my boat.
Yeah, be careful of those inflatables.
you guys
Look,
had an eventful day out there.
Oh my lord.
yeah, if you're gonna get an inflatable, make sure you get one of those extra tough
Yeah.
deck systems, because catfish will eat them up.
Yeah, and watch your step out there, because those little waterfalls and rapids, man, like it doesn't take much when you lose your balance to be in the drink.
We
real quick.
could have lost you.
That actually could have happened if I hit my head. I somehow hit like the back right here when I fell backwards instead of like right there on the back of my head. The hardest thing was that my PDF didn't inflate.
Oh no.
It got drenched, and then I went down the fall with everything. And once I got everything back and I got back in the boat.
Doesn't that figure, man? Like
Huh?
they'll inflate if you leave them in like a car with
Dude.
the windows
Figure
rolled
like
up,
two
or
cents.
yeah, but you fall in the water. And
I'm so
And-
anti-inflatable vest, as you know, and I talked to the Hoovers about this, and yeah, they're still legal and legitimate in kayak fishing, and they do work great when they work great.
When they work.
So I would advise for any new kayak angler, especially those that aren't maybe as proficient as swimming, get your standard PDF that's Coast Guard certified and will keep you above water.
Mm-hmm.
I fish in a dry suit all winter, and this year I think I'm gonna get like an actual regular PFD, like non-inflatable for the winter at least,
Yeah.
Yeah.
just because, you know,
I mean, we were breaking ice out there.
yeah, we actually went on an ice breaking mission to get to our
We had to
little
open
spot.
up for the next week.
Yeah.
And the ice was building up in one area, so we
Actually
all the
went through,
ice.
cracked all the ice, and pushed the sheets.
Oh, that's
These
so
guys
cool.
are
on the main
year-round
river.
hammers.
Yeah, they're
year-round.
hardcore.
But yeah, you know, like inflatables, you know, you're not going to get the same pressure in January when it's 20 degrees out as you will in
yeah.
the summer. So
Yeah.
it's kind of like car tires or whatever.
So how do you think your seasons are going to end, guys? We'll close with that. Like, do you have any events that you're terrified of?
All of them now.
Yeah.
Dude, we went out and pre-fished for 5 lakes at Mooney last week, and it was bad.
Really?
Like we were
I
catching
caught one good
fish.
fish.
Yeah, but
I couldn't figure out a pattern.
we couldn't get on anything.
They're trying to keep everybody off Mooney.
Exactly. Mooney's been fishing tougher, man. I mean, I feel like eventually some of these other
It's
lakes.
definitely the pressure there, though.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
lot more
Yeah.
pressure than there was a couple of years ago.
There's so many boats up there.
But then you look at like, will it be one on a Mott's or an Able or even your beloved Hunting Run, like these lakes that don't get the same love right now because Mooney gets all the pressure. And that's what's so cool about these types of events. There is more strategy into it. Like it's not just picking a part of the lake; it's which lake, and
Yeah.
each lake fish is different for that battle series.
Well,
which is
then you
interesting.
always have you get all your spots, you get everything, and then there's 12 other people that
Yep.
show up, and then everyone's sitting on your spots.
Yep.
So it's like you gotta really
Have a plan
think
B,
of
plan
what
C.
other people are gonna do,
Yep.
and then do the complete sideways
Mm-hmm.
thing. You know.
No, I agree with that. John, anything else?
Nope. I'm just hoping I had shoulder surgery in June, so I'm hoping
right.
to. Man, I was hoping to get the 5 Lakes tournament, but I'm not gonna be ready for that. If my doctor gives me the blessing, I'll fish the Classic, and probably miss KBF Nationals this year. So, Andrew and Edwin are probably looking for a roommate. That'll get you a foot in the door to become bent carrot certified
Yeah.
in my absence.
How do you qualify through MVKBA for that?
For bent carrot?
For KBF. MVKBA is like a KBF affiliated club, so
Yeah.
I think you can actually qualify for the national championship.
Well, that's how
through
I
that.
got in.
There's no way you can qualify for Ben Carrot through MVKBA alone.
I'm sure Ben Carrot doesn't help, but you've got to have 5 tournaments. You've got to finish in top 5, and
Top 5 in one of those tournaments.
yeah,
Or,
yeah.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
So anybody out there who's finished top 5 in an MVKBA tournament, come down to Guntersville, and I mean you're gonna have a blast. Just,
Yeah.
Stay out the shops. You're gonna spend a lot of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, GTO will bankrupt you.
Yes.
That bait shop is insane.
I don't know why. Every time I walk in there, I'm like, oh, I should buy a fishing rod and reel.
These two told me after day 2, don't walk in with your wallet. Just bring in like $50 of cash because
I said $20. Bring in $20.
Well, that's the
Oh, I
fun
thought
part about
50.
going
Yeah.
to some of these
It's
lakes.
actually going to Disneyland. Like,
Yeah,
it's fun.
because like when you go to a Bass Pro Shop or any of these other bigger stores, like God bless them, it's not the same thing as when you get these. Is it wrong to say antique? But they're very niche to each lake. And I remember like when we did our college fishing, we went to Lake Murray. Potomac River boys never fished blueback or open water, and you go to those local stores and everything is so tailored to those lakes. Like they had this thing called a Cibola, guys. You probably don't know that; it's an old school bait, but that was
I
like
remember
the herring bait before herring baits came out. You couldn't buy them anywhere else. You had to go there to those little places, and you got these really cool, sneaky stuff, and that's still available if you go to some of these local tackle shops like Jake's Bait and Tackle, like Bobcat down on Kerr, all those places. So yeah, go there and just spend money. You don't even have to fish. You probably have a good time, right, John?
Yeah. I know last year you couldn't find the bellows gills anywhere, and you go down to Guntersville and there's like a whole row of them. I was like, oh shoot.
That place, it's made for you to spend money.
Yeah.
I go down there, I'm just like, oh, I need to shop for the year.
Yeah, that's another public service announcement. If you're going to get into this racket, get a credit card your wife does not know about. Because
excellent marriage advice.
Yeah, I'm here for marriage advice. Have that credit card she does not know about, and be careful going into GTO or Jake's. Jake's is dangerous.
Guys, as always, link in the episode description to everything that we talked about today. Please let us know down below if there's any kayak tournaments that you guys are looking forward to right now. Also, huge shout out to all of my Hall of Fame members on Patreon, Mr. Bass, Terry Bailey, Finch, and then, of course, Michael Eckert of Lake Anna Weather on Facebook. Go check them out. Go support me on Patreon, because if it wasn't for you guys, I would be homeless. I love you guys, and I will see you guys next time on Fishing the DMV. Bye.
Ben Carrot.
You're listening to Fishing the DMV with your host, Thomas Ahrens. Fishing the DMV is brought to you by Jake's Bait and Tackle, located in Winchester, Virginia. Green Top, located in Ashland, Virginia. Fishing Protect, located just outside Williamsburg, Virginia. LMD Enterprises, keeping your boat, truck, and equipment running at its absolute finest. Kevin Flint at Flint Financial Planning. Steady, thoughtful guidance that meets you where you are and supports what comes next. Max for Fishing. And Fit Lures.
If that doesn't get you jacked up, I don't know what will.